live, gamers? Why are we live? Because I just finished recording a Trove video and I didn't feel like editing it. Because I knew it was going to take a while. I'll get that video ready for tomorrow instead. Okay. First of all, let me see where we're at for our mana beast. Because we might actually be pretty close. Yep. Okay. Job, stop it. Put it out. Hey, Grim. Oh, you know what's funny? I just noticed this. Where is it? Here, let me just go into one of these worlds. It doesn't need to be difficult. This is kind of embarrassing for the Trove devs. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Math. We are multi-streaming gamers, so I'll be talking to both chats on Twitch and YouTube. Anyway, I gotta complete a dungeon really quick, just because I gotta show you guys this. I thought it was kind of hilarious. Side note, what we're gonna be grinding for is the mana, the water mana. Try and get that ally out of the way. All right, you guys ready for this? You ready for this? Uber Twilight 12 water gem box. Okay. Interesting. So they actually fixed that one. But I noticed when I was in Candyland, it said U5. That's not U5. Okay, so it seems like I got my hand caught in the cookie jar a little bit. I totally thought it was just going to be incorrect names for all the gem boxes, but it seems like some of them weren't renamed. So that's weird. Yeah, see? U4 gem box. Is it the primary gem boxes? Is that what's messed up? What should we watch on? It's entirely up to you. I think there's Twitch drops for Trove, though. But whatever platform suits you, honestly. Hey, TJ. Hey, Versus. Okay, I gotta see. Now I'm curious. I gotta see if all of these boxes in the Prime Worlds are a wrong name. No box there. Good job, game. Nothing there. Good job. Prime World's gross. Bro! Why? The game is being so evil to me right now. Why is it not giving me a prime box, dude? No. Ugh. I just want to go and grind the stupid mana that I need. How's Mystic Gear grinding? Oh, I'm not going for Mystic Gear, dude. Keep saying it, I'll say it again. I'm not going for that until they balance it and make it like actually good. Wow. I'm suspect that the next big update coming might be what's going to address Mystic Gear. Okay. This game is just being mean now. I know it's a Prime World, so the gem boxes aren't common, but what the heck? Okay, I'm just gonna start killing random bosses then. You got Deep Fallow 14. Okay. Okay, so these are correct. So I wonder what ranking it goes up to with the gear boxes or the gem boxes. Anyways, doesn't matter. I just thought it was funny how some of the boxes aren't renamed correctly. New character win. Never. Unless you mean the new class, in which case, yes, please, hopefully sometime soon. I really hope we've got that new class coming, but let's be real. We are going to get the new class in less than 2 weeks. It's called Path of Exile. That game's going to deliver on all fronts for the addiction that I want in a video game. To actually end up with Mystic Gear and it's not much difference. I know, that's the thing, man. Like, that's why I don't want to go for it. If it was something like ultra powerful, sure. But it's not even really worth going for is the thing. So yeah, just another little friendly reminder for anyone that might be joining in. What I'm going for right now is the water mana. So I need to either clear dungeons to complete my tome, because that gives me a little bit of mana. Otherwise, I'm looking for these guys. But we'll be able to get this this ally today for sure. I didn't know we were actually getting a new class. That's sick. I mean, so here's the thing. Don't get your hopes up because they talked about it like a year ago, I think. And we never, we haven't heard anything since. So I hope that they're working on it. But it's Trove, so you never know. One thing that someone was telling me the other day, which is very, very nice, is GameAgo's been doing some massive bans to alt accounts and bot accounts and stuff. People that would use them for like farming and junk. So they're still in the fight. Whoop! Trying to combat all of the, you know, all the cheaters and stuff. So I appreciate that. I hope that we get some worthwhile like content. But if I had to guess, we're probably not going to get any more updates for the rest of the year for Trove outside of events. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get something like come December because we didn't really get anything this month. So yeah. Oh, sorry, Caleb. Asking, can you friend me? If you friend me, I can do accept all friends like I just did there. But yeah, otherwise, I'm sorry I didn't have a Trove stream yesterday. I was supposed to. I've been basically trying to have this stream Trove every second day kind of thing. But I got a little bit preoccupied with Stalker. Also, I just been finally catching up on some sleep. Explain to me. Oh, how I'm killing mobs by shooting the floor. Shadowhunter can shoot through walls. The Shadowhunter without its class gem ability can actually shoot through enemies as well, so it's pretty good for like groups of enemies. But as soon as you get the class gem, you can no longer shoot through enemies. But both abilities can shoot through walls. So if you know where the bosses are, it can be really helpful. Obviously on PC we got the boss radar mod. How is Mystic Gear imbalanced? What do you mean, how is it imbalanced? It's super difficult to obtain for barely any, like, better stats over Crystal 5. That's kind of the main issue with it. I'm assuming because we're going to end up getting, like, Mystic 2, 3, 4, 5. But right now the problem is it really wants you to grind a lot of very specific areas in order to get resources for it. And those specific areas are boring. They're boring and they're also extremely difficult. Like the resources I'm missing for Mystic are the super deep delves. And if I wanted to even attempt them alone, I would have to swap to a class that I don't necessarily want to play and change up some subtle stats on my build and so on and so forth. But it's the delves. It's boring. It's a slog. And then it also is very RNG because it depends what what boss abilities would generate and stuff. Now, granted, I could try and do it with random players, but I don't know. Like, I could probably get Mystic, but it's something that I would really have to go out of my way to farm for. And again, it's just not really worth the headache, in my opinion. They've already mentioned that eventually it'll be craftable, so maybe by then it'll be a little bit better. The thing is, the Mystic gear, someone was telling me the math on it the other day, and I think it's like 1.7k hours just to get one piece of Mystic, not even including upgrades on it. And that's based off of the new changes, because there was a point, the only people that have Mystic right now basically took advantage of an exploit, and I don't harbor any negative shame towards them or anything. I would have taken advantage of it too. But unfortunately, it was patched by the time I knew about it. And the funny thing is, even with that exploit, it still took like 200 hours or something to get Mystic Gear. But that at least was so much more achievable that I could see myself grinding it. The problem is that they really wanted to force players to grind Mystic Gear out of the new delves that Eric worked on. Despite the fact that nobody likes the delves. And I don't know why they can't get over that. I've already got way too much time spent in the delves, man. We already had the Castle Catastrophe, so no thanks. I don't want to do it again. They should add back Shadow Tower dungeons as like a different map or something. Yep, I agree. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If Castle Catastrophe, or if Shadow Towers was what the delves are, like an infinite dungeon, it would be so much more appealing. I still don't like how it's all underground, but I think if they had, like, imagine something like the Everdark, but instead of it being the Colosseums, it would be like a Shadow Tower. That'd be cool. Hey, Shielder. Oh, you're on Path of Exile 1? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch Path of Exile until the second one comes out. Did you grind more Atlas yet, Shielder? I want to play it. I've just been so preoccupied with Stalker. Curious to see how in-depth that game goes. Probably not much. If I'm being real, that Atlas game was not very different from the alpha version I played. So it was just kind of like, I don't know, not the most exciting. I still want to play it though. What happened to the old Shadowhunter outfit with the hood? I just stopped using it after a while, basically. I don't know what it is. I really like this costume. And lately I just been rocking no helmet just because it looks so stupid. But I'll probably end up putting the neon crown back on. One of my favorite Shadowhunter costumes. I don't know what it is about the neon that I really enjoy. Oh, you've been waiting for me for Atlas? Yeah, all good. I do still want to play it more for sure. I'm not like abandoning it or anything. It's just I'm pretty obsessed with Stalker right now. I want to try and get Stalker like close to being done, if not finished, before Path of Exile. That's the big thing. Because I know there's a lot left in that game. So close enough. That's nice. Like to get my tome, I mean. Wonder if we got the mana already. Oops. Whoop. I'm actually wearing your old Shadowhunter outfit. Ah, yes, with the hood and Soaring Glory. Brings back nostalgia. Yeah, I still love that look. But it's just so old that, I don't know. I guess I kind of moved on type of thing. Still one of my favorite looks for Shadowhunter, though. Just because it looks like Tyrael from Diablo. What's the mod for? Oh, for finding bosses, it's the definitive boss radar, I think it's called. Sorry, I have poo brain right now. Is it more worth grinding crystal gear or crafting them? Grinding it. Crafting is pretty awful. You're gonna have to max out your crafting anyways. But then I've already got other videos that talk about it in more detail if you want to check out my gear crafting or, you know, most efficient way of getting crystal gear or whatever. But basically, the gear crafter boxes, they're going to be your best bet. But you have to have a high enough PR in order to unbox crystal gear. And you also have to have the profession. I think it has to be maxed out, actually. But ironically, the most efficient place to farm for high tier gear is Forbidden Spires, because there's so many elite mobs in that biome, so they all drop gear chests. And you don't need to be in a higher Uber world or anything for those boxes to be affected, so. I take for granted how much that update like really helped new players be able to access the end game. And I can understand the mentality of making Mystic gear really hard to obtain, but I'd much rather it was hard to obtain for other reasons instead of just sheer grind time. Hey, Cake Man. Haven't played Trove for a long time. Is the rubber banding fixed? It hasn't, like... Rubber banding hasn't really been as much of a problem, except every now and then it'll happen, and most of all when the servers are over capacity, like during events and stuff like that, usually. But for the most part, I mean, no. The delves did do what they were intended to do, which was fix a lot of the lag issues. I'm in Mega Dark Geode Topside. What's the max crystal gear it can drop? Mega Dark. That's U10. So I think as far as drop is concerned, you can get up to Crystal 4, but I don't know if that's tied to world difficulty. If I had to guess, you can get up to Crystal 3 as a drop. And then C4, I think, is tied to D14, if I'm not mistaken. But the trick is, and I go over this in my gear guide video. Oh, D14 is C4 and C5. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Yoxus. But the main reason why the gear crafter vaults are like the big thing everyone always pushes for is because if you do end up unboxing a C5, for example, or whatever, it's going to have a couple initial levels into it, which really goes a long way with how expensive it is to upgrade the end game gear. So just keep in mind that if you do end up like getting a C5 as a drop, for example, it's more than likely not going to have any levels in it, which is going to take a lot of nitro, a lot more resources to upgrade it to 5-star versus if you unbox one and it has 2 to 3 stars. But yeah, it's kind of a pick your poison, grind whatever you want type of thing. As for your question, yeah, that's just going to be up to C3 anyways. So again, quick reminder for lurkers and anyone popping in, we are grinding for the mana. The water mana. So by completing dungeons, I'm completing this tome, which is essentially giving me all of the mana types. because the enemies that I'm trying to farm for these guys are not very common in this world. I don't know why. But if I'm being honest with you guys, it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream today. Because I recorded a video today for like I wanted to do like a new beginner's guide for Trove. Just because quite a few systems aren't really explained well to new players, and it's been a long time since I did that kind of a video. But when I realized how long it would take to edit, I just thought, okay, I'll just stream instead. So I'll try and get that video up tomorrow. But I want to get this ally so that I can make a video focusing on the ally, and then I don't really have any more mana to grind. And then I can just kind of grind whatever I want, which I don't know what I want to grind next. There's not really much left for me in this game. So I kind of just play for the sake of playing, if I'm being honest. Hello, there you are. Die. Can you show the mods you're using? I have a video that shows all the mods I use, except for like maybe one or two. Something that I'm going to do, I haven't had time to do it yet, is someone made a really good suggestion where I would create a chat in my Discord and I would just update it accordingly with all of the mods that I use. So I'll get around to doing that eventually. No promises when, because it's a bigger project than you would think. Because I have a lot of mods that I like that don't actually show up on my mod screen because they're either baked in or I had to install them with other tools. But to answer your question, for the most part, my 2024 mod video has all the mods that I use. Maybe like one or two aren't there that I added, but... Also, hey, Stathis. And hello, anybody else? Hey, Jack. Hey, Trail. You guys excited for Path of Exile? I hope so, because I am. Boy, oh boy. You know what I just read the other day too, which I think is really cool? So Path of Exile's early access, as far as I know, is on all consoles, which is crazy. And because the game technically is going to be free to play next year, the devs said that you don't actually need to have like a PlayStation Plus membership or anything like that. Which means you can just buy the game for like $30 and then you can just play it and you don't need to buy their stupid like internet service or anything, which is insane. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because I was talking with my cousin and I basically convinced him, bro, you should get it. We can actually play it together and you don't gotta get PS Plus. How many hours do you have on Shadowhunter? I don't know. I wish there was a way to tell. It's definitely the class that I've mained the majority of my playtime on Trove. That's for sure. I am very glad it ended up getting its rework. Like, thank God. Because now I can just main it and have fun, instead of before I would main it and it was pain. Wonder how much mana I got. We might even have enough already. Oop. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've really been enjoying, like, Trove and stuff lately. Just the content I've been creating as well. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's reflected on the channel, but What can I say? I'm just in a good mood with everything lately. Like, I've been enjoying streaming Trove a lot more often than usual, and just the way that I've been kind of approaching the channel, it's been a lot more relaxed for me and just kind of more organic. I'm really enjoying it, but I don't know, maybe people will be like, oh, you're not doing enough Trove videos now or something, but I'm glad I kind of took a little bit of a break. And I'm glad that the class guides are done now. It's a lot more, that's probably why it's a lot more relaxing. Those videos, those types of projects like really stress me out. Because they're so big. And then, yeah, like, I don't want to turn this into like me constantly talking about Path of Exile, but I'm genuinely so stoked for it. Basically another game like Diablo, but going to ultimately be free to play. And I'm really looking forward to not only just playing it myself, but creating content on it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. How are you so fast on Shadowhunter? So when the Shadowhunter got its rework, it got a couple tweaks to its abilities. Namely, when you dash now, you get a movement speed buff for a limited amount of time. So that's why you'll see me like rolling constantly. And then that little VFX buff that's on my character. So Shadowhunter is actually viable for speed farming now, which is A+. Hey, Croc. Maybe that's why you ended up getting blocked the other day from YouTube chat. Because you're trying to put weird symbols. The other thing too that I say as I'm not gonna talk about Path of Exile, guys. Blah. The other thing too, last thing I'll mention is just how stoked I am that pretty much all of my homies were all playing different classes. Like there's just, it's just, I'm just excited. What Diablo 4 should have been. I just started using those text commands an hour ago. No, that's why you got banned, soft banned from YouTube. Because you were trying to do those, that's why. I'm right. You should know, dude, I'm a YouTuber. You should never argue against my opinion. My ego can't take it. Right? That's what YouTubers do, I think. They're full of themselves or something. Something like that. What subclass are you using? Solarian. Because the extra light value it gives. Technically, I don't need to because of this area that I'm in. Like, it's, I'm not doing like a high Uber world. Like I said, I'm not trying to farm like efficiency in terms of like the end game dungeons or anything. I'm just trying to get the water mana, which I probably have enough already. But I feel like if I end up having enough, then I gotta stop the fun because then I'll be done. And I genuinely don't know what I'll go for next. Maybe I could go for the other mana allies just for funsies, because it'll be an excuse to go into the air world, which I haven't been to in years. Also, yes, I know my green screen's probably going crazy when I'm in this big green biome. That's because I don't have my light on very bright. Like right here. Yeah, see? That's my true form. Hey, Magic. You finished the turkey event? For the most part, when I ended up buying the mount for the turkey event video, I didn't need to do the turkey event anymore. Because that was like the only new thing. I mean, there's like the hat styles, but who cares? How much mana do you need? I think when we started this stream, I only needed... I think we only needed like 800, so we're probably already there. Hey, D. 20 months. Good Lord. Thank you for the continued support, my friend. Thank you for giving me your money and paying me. You're essentially my boss. One of them, anyways. So I guess what I'm saying is, D, what class are you going to be in Path of Exile? Because I want an excuse to talk about it. So excited, bro. You gonna be monk? Nice. Which ascendancy you going for? The darkness one, I assume, right? I don't know what it's called. I think Mystery was gonna be a monk as well, so I think you two are the only two that are gonna be the same class. But I'm curious to see the build variety between you two. Haven't decided yet, want to play around. Yeah, because it lets you respec anytime, right? Which is awesome. I'll be witch for sure. The Infernalist Ascendancy looks insane. Yeah, I'm gonna be a blood mage though. I love the fact that it's all minion based. That's the thing that's so exciting about that game is like, even if we're both being the witch, we're both gonna build the class completely different. And I'm so stoked for that. I can't wait to see other people's builds, like through in-game experimentation. I'm not gonna be looking up videos or anything. I want to figure out builds for myself. Or, you know, kind of theory craft like myself with people in chat. Like, it's just, oh. So excited. Diablo 4, but for real. I don't know if you guys saw too, there's this big stink going on with the Diablo dev. Because I guess they're getting salty about Path of Exile's popularity. And they were saying how, oh, these types of games, like we have genres like Souls-likes and stuff. These should be called Diablo-likes. And he's not wrong, because Diablo did create the genre. But I would say Diablo 1, 2, and 3, maybe. But Diablo 4 is barely even, you know, it's a shell of what it once was. And the irony is, I don't think that that dev was involved with the early Diablo games, because guess where the devs from Diablo 1 and 2 went? To work on Path of Exile. Like, I think when Diablo first came out, people might have called it a Diablo-like, but around that time, it was a different time. We didn't call things by their game title and then genre. It was, oh, this needs a specific genre. Isometric ARPG. And that's what stuck. But Diablo did create the genre initially. And then the funny thing too is like what you're saying, Kuda, where you need to be top in the genre to be able to call it a Diablo-like. Not necessarily, because there's plenty of Metroid games, but there's very few actual Metroid games. You know what I mean? Like, I completely disagree with the developer, but if I take it like to heart, it's like, well, technically that's true, but it just never caught on back in the day because it was just different. But anyway, who you gonna play in Path of Exile? Witch, Necromancer, 100%, dude. It definitively, it is the best summoner I've seen in a video game. I always want to play the summoner. That's always my favorite class, but every game gets it wrong. And so I can never main it. Even in Trove, I actually really like the Tomb Raiser. Ironically, I think you guys are gonna hate me for this. I think the Tomb Raiser is a better summoner than most video games. I think it's better than Diablo 4. You wanna know why? Because summoning your minions isn't based off of enemy corpses. They just summon over time. And you want to know what Path of Exile does? You have minions that just constantly generate over time, and you also have corpses that generate minions. And it's a different type of minion, like an empowered minion. That is what I'm talking about. Because the problem comes into play with a lot of summoners in games when your minions are based off of like an energy system or like corpses. Because case in point with Diablo 4, when you get to the first act boss, he doesn't have any ads. And so as a necromancer, that was the hardest boss in the game for me because I didn't have any minions. Because I couldn't generate them. How much is that game? Path of Exile, it's going to be $30 and it's going to give you like so much content. I know the argument will be, oh, well, what about it being free? It's going to be free next year. So if you absolutely have to wait, you can. $30 and you're going to be getting more content than Diablo 4, including its DLC. Not to mention, I think the early access is going to have like 6 classes and 2 ascendancies, subclasses for each class. And then on the full release next year, it's going to be, I think 12 classes and 3 subclasses per class. Will PlayStation players be able to play on PC? Yup. It's all cross progression, cross save, everything. Giga Chad devs. Right out of the gate, we'll all be able to play together, and I could buy the game on PC and on PlayStation and keep my account. Get screwed, Diablo 4. Like, oh man, I'm so pumped. I don't care. I will sell that game to like as many people as I possibly can. Like, anyone got a magic class I should try as a main? Or, oh, I already made Dino Tamer. I want to have a class I can build to be different from original use. Like, I use Solarian for speed because it's OP. For a magic class. It depends what you're going for, because if you already have like Dino Tamer, that's already your speed farming character. But if you're saying you use Solarian for your speed farming, which isn't really recommended because it's not a very fast class, that means you would want a magic character for raw damage or survivability. So if you're going for delves, I'd say Ice Sage, Draco, or Tomb Raiser maybe. Ice Sage has heaps and heaps of damage, but Draco and Tomb Raiser have insane survivability where you're basically invincible. And if I had to further choose, I would say Tomb Raiser. But it depends what you're going for. It depends what function you're trying to do. Will cosmetics transfer from PoE 1 to PoE 2? Yup. Every single cosmetic will transfer over. Which is insane. That's why the game ended up initially getting delayed for a couple weeks, was because they needed to sort out the systems for that. And the crazy thing is, if you spent, what was it? If you spent like $480 or something, like depending on how much money you spent on Path of Exile 1's cosmetics, you just get free access to Path of Exile 2. Like, absolutely based devs, dude. Legit. Like, I'm stoked for the game just because the game looks awesome, but I'm also stoked to support them because they get it. They play the game actively themselves, they love the genre, and they're willing to listen to the community and change stuff based on the community rather than sitting there and being stubborn and being like, no, we know what's best. Like, the recent stream where they talked about early access, basically the whole game is going to end up having 6 acts, right? But for this early access, they knew that they needed to work out an end game as a top priority. So they stopped development on Act 4, 5, and 6 and put everyone to work on end game content for the early access. So the way that it's going to end up working in terms of the progression on December 6th is we'll go through the campaign of Act 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll go through the campaign again on a harder difficulty through 1, 2, and 3. And by then we should be a high enough level that we can access the end game content, which is basically infinite. And then when the game actually launches out of early access next year and becomes free to play, they'll remove that higher difficulty from the campaign. And instead you'll just go through acts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you'll be accessing the end game anyway. Like, it's just, man, imagine putting a subsystem in place just to kind of compensate for something that's lacking temporarily. And not to mention, guys, the crazy thing is how none of the class abilities are locked to specific characters. Like, as an example with Trove, okay, screw this dungeon. That'd be like if I could get Tomb Raiser minions on my Shadowhunter. Like, as much as I'm going to end up being a summoner first, I'm really excited in Path of Exile to experiment and try, like, a warrior that specs into summoner. Like, imagine being a tank for your own minions. Like, that just sounds so freaking cool, man. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about it, man. Like, it's basically what, it's legit what Diablo 4 should have been. And I know technically you can get minions on Shadowhunter, but you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about like actually using the specific class abilities on pretty much everybody. Which would actually be really dope for Trove if they did that. Then there would actually be some build variety. Uh-oh, speak about Path of Exile and Mystery will show up. Oh, okay, so not... Wait. Oh, VFX isn't gonna carry over from cosmetics? It's just like, Oh, I see. So weapon types that don't exist in PoE 2 obviously won't carry over from PoE 1. Okay, that makes sense. Help me. What's the easiest way to make Flux available to everybody? Right now, duping. I'm kidding. Is it still... Is it still Nitro? It doesn't let me sell my Nitro. Did they disable the market again temporarily with the duping? I'm not 100% sure for Flux right now. Because honestly, the economy is kind of just dead right now. Because the duping. Can't sell my Nitro right now because other people are. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay. So you can still sell Nitro. It's just good luck selling it for a decent price with all the dupes. Meteorite fragments, are those still valuable? Nitro kind of stays valuable because it's used for upgrading gear and such, but generally speaking, I would say to focus on the resources that people need but aren't very popular. Oh, you do sell meteorite fragments. Okay. Yeah, it's an okay. I don't know. There's not really very great ways to make Flux right now, unfortunately, because of all the duping. They have been doing like a huge ban wave though. So hopefully it'll end up getting a little more under control. Otherwise, think about it this way. Anything that's really boring that nobody wants to farm is going to sell for a lot. Like Bardium, for example. I'm pretty sure it's still very expensive because nobody farms it. Titan chests are okay as well, yeah. But they're time gated. Primordial flames, glacial shards. Yeah, pretty much any type of ore, like anything that's got like a boring gameplay tied to it, people don't want to do it, so they'll buy it. Food items can be extremely valuable, but you're kind of relying on whether or not the event uses them. So, like, check the event items for Turkeytopia event right now. Those are kind of the most common food items that they utilize in events, and basically you could just make bank when the event comes around, or buy a bunch of the resources now and then sell it when it's more valuable later on. Not necessarily with the food items. They're at a spike right now. But anyways. What's been a glitch for a few years now? With the market? Can I play more than one account at once? On Trove, you mean? Technically, yes, but you have to have like, you can't use, what is it? You can use macros, I think, but you can't use scripts. It's one or the other. That said, they are cracking down on the people that are using like bots and having like a whole bunch of accounts follow them around and stuff, which I'm glad, because it's been getting out of hand. Oh, him not being able to sell his nitro is a glitch. Oh, okay. Yeah, if that's on PlayStation, then I wouldn't know. It's a glitched piece of nitro in your stack that messes it up. Oh, okay. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's the best way of making money in this game, is just buying credit pouches for real money and then selling them, honestly. I just sold 50 Starlight Dragon Souls for 200k each. Are they tradable? Which ones are you talking about? I'm trying to remember. How do I get rid of the glitch piece? He did mention... hold on, what did you say? Burnout? Maybe your comment got deleted, because I only see you mentioning about the method, but I don't actually see the method, unless I'm missing it. Oh, they sold the old school consumable souls. Oh, I thought those weren't tradable, but okay. Yeah, that's actually good money, come to think of it. All right, let me see if we got the stupid mana. We might be done. Oh my lord, my arms are so shaky, dude. Good workout today, but it's weird. Like, I'm just like, I'm weak. Come on, baby. No! Wait, really? Okay, well, we're... If you pull the souls out of the dragon cache. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I always forget the dragon cache drops those. Oh, my. Well, looks like we're not going to be calling this stream early. Because... yeah. When PlayStation's major dupe went down, everyone got them from them. Oh, right. Yeah, with all the Dragon Cash dupes. That's the thing, man. Like, the market's like so scuffed right now. People can just hold on to these duped items and just sell them afterwards. See, the thing is, I don't know if it's faster to just rush dungeons. Because these enemies seem very uncommon. And they really don't drop much mana. I assume it's better to just grind them on the side of doing all of this other stuff, but I also keep getting distracted by side enemies. I think I should just move more. Except when I come across like a dungeon that's quick enough that I can just do it quickly while farming the dudes. Gotta go to school in 6 hours. Then you better get grinding. I don't know. Oh, I see you. Where were you? Wrong one. These water enemies are not common as the problem. Okay, I'm not gonna bother actually completing the dungeon chest anymore. I just want to get my tome as quick as possible. Because let's get her done. I gotta actually farm efficiently. I am speed. This is where the game's the funnest, man. Legit. Has anyone else had this problem where the I reset my star chart, I lose my spheres, sent a ticket? I think either you mentioned that or somebody else mentioned that during the last stream, so I guess it's a common bug. But yeah, unfortunately, you just gotta send a ticket. Can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. Dear Dungeons, show up. Oops, don't bother with the chests. Just go, go, go. If Gleamstone isn't at Snowfest, I'm gonna be so mad. Yeah, I wonder when the Snowfest event's gonna show up. Sorry, I got a little distracted inviting someone into the club. Trying to pay attention to multiple chats right now. While also just farming efficiently because I want to actually get this done. It was going a bit slower than I expected. But yeah, again, apparently they're doing huge band waves, so hopefully it has some impact. You trying to get this done so you can play Stalker? Yesn't. I'm not gonna be able to play Stalker before like the wife gets home and stuff. So I'm probably gonna have to do another Goblin stream. But I might do some off-camera Stalker stuff just because I'm kind of at the point where like the story is getting interesting, but the story is also very grindy in that game where it's just go here, kill things, go here, kill things. And where I left my stream off yesterday was kind of a, okay, now we have to escape this area, kill things. And I'm thinking that I might just do that off camera because it's just going to be tedious. I've been having a lot of fun with that game just in general because I'm allowing myself to actually just play it myself instead of always having to stream it. I think it makes for better streams too because I get a lot of the boring stuff out of the way off camera. I don't know, I'm really enjoying that game. I'm hoping I'm gonna get to the stupid city soon. But yeah, I'll stream it tonight. Maybe I'll play Atlas today. I don't know. We'll see. I want to see how much depth that game has. Because I'm not expecting much. Hey, Luca. Saw your video on Atlas the other day. Low key, I'm obsessed. Nice, man. Haven't been this hyped to keep playing a game in forever. Yeah, I love the gameplay in it. I played it a lot during the alpha, which is why I haven't been playing it as much as I thought I would when it launched. But I do definitely want to go back to it and keep playing it. It's just I kind of low-key want to get Stalker done first. But yeah, it's a great game. And I feel it's a pretty accurate depiction to say if you like Trove, you're gonna like Atlas. The combat is just so good in that game. Most of all, the movement. And I got as far as the class abilities, and I just thought, oh, that's cool. But I low-key think I want to swap classes and experiment before I commit to one. Later, Dingus. Dang, he's got to go to bed before he gets in trouble. Yeah, how far have you gotten in Atlas, Aluka? Because there wasn't many dungeon options in the alpha, so I'm curious like how far it goes with the early access release. Oh, did you get Atlas Mystery? Nice. Okay. Chose the wrong class and it's a permanent choice. When do you even, like, how do you even choose a different class? I assume you got to choose it based on your starting character, right? Or maybe I had an option to choose my class and I didn't notice anything but warrior. Because I feel like I think ranged would pop off with that game with how much enemies hit you. Not burn up hard. Thank you for the membership. You gamers are helping me prepare my child's college funds. My son. My precious son. Not even born yet. It's super fun. The classes are non-restrictive. It's great. But I thought you were locked in when you chose a class, right? Or can you swap them? Unless you're talking about like the character abilities and just how you can use pretty much every weapon and stuff, in which case, yes, I agree. I only had the option to choose mage, which makes sense because I create a character with the dex race. Oh, okay, so I didn't realize then that I guess the character I chose was the warrior class. Okay, I'll have to pay more attention in the character creator. But otherwise, yeah, I might try. I don't know if I want to try mage or or shadow hunter. Just use a bow. I don't know what the abilities are though. Maybe it's one of those games. I should probably experiment, try out all the abilities, and make videos on it. Honestly, you can buy a scroll from the Night Dude that lets you reset your skills or outright change your class to whatever you want. Is that what you're talking about? Because if you can just swap your class at any time, then that's awesome. But if you're just talking about respecking, then yeah, that's cool too. But I think I'll stick with either claws or a sword with dex attachment or enchantment. Yeah, I'll admit I haven't played enough to know what I'm gonna commit to. But I'll definitely experiment with that respec scroll or whatever you're talking about, Aluka. Either way, yeah, I'm glad I could introduce that game to you because it's a lot of fun. The shopkeep gives you the rogue. The dude with the helmet is warrior. The lady in the tower, it gives you magic. Oh, okay. So you can swap your class at any time. You just have to talk to a specific NPC. That's dope. That makes so much more sense. Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Snakewood. And then, yeah, Luca's saying character class is just, or character is just for your signature abilities. Yeah, okay. Dude, sick. All right. You can't swap between classes, but that's how you choose them initially. Okay, okay. So I'll just have to start 3 classes to experiment with each of them. Because I just want to see what the abilities are. Sick. I might try that out tonight if I get the chance to. How am I supposed to get to 22 constellation or get 22 constellation keys, bro? What? Yeah, good luck. With qubits, right? Like a year or 2 worth of qubits. That's how. Or spend money, lol. $400. All right, let's see where we're at. Class choice is permanent. Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine with that. That's okay. I just, for Trove, I love the idea of swapping classes all the time. But I'm not like against being class locked. Oh. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Bro. Wow. Can my $1.99 go to your kid's first bag of Skittles? I mean, that's gonna be years down the line. I'm not giving candy to a baby. Maybe when they're old enough, then they can break their teeth on some Skittles. I mean, yes. Donate more. It's not like that money's actually going to Path of Exile. Why would you think that? 6 crystallized mana. Oh my god, bro. This is it. Best standard tome to use. Back in the day, it was robotic salvage. I don't know if that's still the case. Maybe tentacle tracked just to get your tentacles up, because there's a weird glitch that removed all of mine. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of whatever you feel like. Again, robotic salvage used to be the best because it was the most valuable item out of the standard tomes, anyways. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Finally. Oh my god. All right. So technically, we're done with the big boy mana allies. That's the best magic ally in the game right there. Whew. What a grind. Better than the lava world, though. That's for sure. Okay, I'm trying to think what should I end up grinding next. I really don't know. Not necessarily in today's stream. Later, Croc. Yeah, I'm wrapping up anyway. So if you guys got any more comments and stuff, I can... Whoops, why am I going to my personal chest? I'll answer your questions just before we head out. Thanks for the super chat, Burn Up. You didn't actually have to, I was joking, but I appreciate it, man. Here's my donation to their puppy for Christmas. I need to, bro, before Black Friday sales end, I genuinely need to buy a like crappy webcam so I can point it towards the dogs. They're chilling right beside me right now. I want to have that for live streams. We still gonna get gym content? Yeah, it's been a while since the last gym video, I know. I do plan on having another one soon, hopefully, but I can't promise you when, I'm sorry. My workouts have kind of changed quite a bit recently, and if I'm being honest, I'm kind of on maintenance mode in a way, so it's kind of, yeah. But I do want to end up having a video talking about it again soon. Are there any credit pouches on PC yet? What? Are there not? Yeah, of course there are. Wow, they're so cheap right now. What the heck? That's insane. Is that because of duping? Jesus. I think that's the cheapest they've been in a long time. Usually they sit around like 4 or 5 mil each. That's interesting. Yeah, basically it's just the gym videos they're not the funnest project. Like I like talking about it and, you know, kind of explaining what's been going on and so on and so forth. I'm still like continually building muscle. Every time I do my workouts, I feel sorer than I ever have before. But what I've actually tried to do, since I don't like going to the gym for like 50 hours and stuff, is lately I've just been doing one muscle group per workout now. Like I'll just go in and my workout literally takes like 10-15 minutes because I'm just doing arms today. I'm just gonna do these curls. And then today was just triceps, so I'm just doing the tricep push-up or whatever the hell those are called, the overhead press. And that's it. And I know that that's like really lazy, but my muscles are still sore and it's super efficient and really quick. So I don't know. That's kind of the big update to the gym stuff. Otherwise, again, I'll talk about it more in a video soon, TM. On console, credit pouches are 40 mil. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised how cheap they are. These credit pouches weren't duped on PlayStation, NA at least. That's interesting. Yeah, I heard a lot of complaints from EU PlayStation servers. So yeah. Do you do cardio as well, like walking or running? Yesn't. Not nearly as much as I should in this colder weather. It's like when it's warm out, I do like a lot of walking and stuff. I know I'm gonna end up getting a lot more cardio when baby born because I'll be, you know, pushing the baby carriage around a lot, and then I also want to get one of those what do you call it? One of those little trailers or whatever that you bike around with and the kids in the back. That was something that I have as a core memory from when I was younger, is my dad always pulling us around on like a homemade one that he had on the back, and I want to be able to instill that memory in my child. So that'd be cool. But yeah, as far as like the singular exercises, the point is I'm working out every day again. So it kind of compensates versus only like 1 or 2 or 3 hard workouts through the week. But other than that, yeah, I feel like I'll say as a review towards like my workout on body composition, I don't look as strong as I did when I was working out with heavy weights, but I notice a lot more composition overall. Like if I end up, I'll do a little short showcase here. Like even if I do something simple like this right here, like my shoulder definition, you can see it kind of bulges up a lot more like that. And then even the trap, I didn't have those before because a lot of the workouts that I was doing was just squats, deadlift, all that stuff that doesn't necessarily hit that muscle group. So I think that I could confidently end up lifting heavier weights right now than I ever have before because I'm refining a lot more of different sections that you don't normally end up attacking with the heavy compound lifts. So I'm pretty happy with where it's all at right now. But yeah, I'll try and have a video. Like what I'm planning on doing long term when I end up doing the next gym video is I'm probably like, what I usually try to do with those videos I've noticed lately is I try to make them very pristine and to the point and quick rather than getting into all of the nitty gritty details. So what I would want to do with the next one is probably just not worry about its length and not really approach it as a content creator, but more so just hey, here's what's going on and go into more detail with it all kind of thing. I don't know. That's the plan, but I need to have a lull moment to actually be able to work out that video. And I've been obsessed with like Stalker and Trove and Path of Exile is coming and Atlas and whatever else. Anyways, appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate the interest as well. Thank you. And I hope you had fun. I'm going to go now. I'm going to grind some Stalker off camera, but I'll stream it later tonight. Bye guys. Also, thanks again for the super chat and membership, man. Appreciate it.